Hi,
Hello, hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so um, my name is Mike. I'm from the United States, but I live in Mexico now for eight
Oh,
years. Uh huh. So this is my, I guess you could say, forever home. Just like a dog, I found a forever home. So this is where I live now.
oh.
What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Nam. I'm from Vietnam. Now I live in Hanoi City.
What city in Vietnam?
Hanoi, Hanoi.
Ah, Hanoi. Okay. So I'm hearing great things about Vietnam.
Mm.
It's, um, I have friends that have visited and they really liked it. They especially liked Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh.
Uh huh. They said it was very young. Lots
What?
of. They said the people there were a lot of young people in Ho Chi Minh City,
Uh,
and there were lots of things to do, restaurants, bars, things like that.
uh,
Hanoi is more of the old
yes,
Vietnam, right? Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right. So I would like to visit Vietnam. Uh, Hopefully, in maybe 2 years, I can. The summers are probably extremely hot.
Yes. It will
Okay.
have, it can come 40 degree. It's,
Oh,
it's normal degree in Hanoi in summer.
oh, yeah. That's like where I live here. I
Uh,
live in Merida, Yucatan, whoops, Mexico, and it's in the Caribbean. So the weather is tropical. I guess you could say that it's like Vietnam or Hanoi. Uh, so here in the summer, 40 degrees,
uh,
and so it's very hot and humid, not very pleasant.
yes.
But the winter here is okay. It's probably in the 20s as a high. So it's very comfortable, no humidity, and the sun shines. It doesn't get cold here. Does it get cold in Hanoi in the winter?
It's not too cold, but you will be really easy to get sick.
Oh, okay. So um like because of the weather or because of people?
And we call it toxic wind. If you go outside with
Uh
no
huh.
mask spray or
Uh huh.
with yeah, and wear warm clothes, you will
Hmm.
be very easy to get sick.
Ah, I see. And is is it make you sick like you have a cold? Like like that, or
Yes,
is it more? Oh, it is. Okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay. So we call it a cold.
okay.
I don't know why. I don't know why. That's just what we call that illness or sickness. We call it a cold. Eh, it's very common in the winter because people are inside together at school or work, in the office, and they spread it like germs, like COVID,
I
you
know.
know. So, okay, that's good to know. So if I go to Vietnam, no, I changed that. When I go to Vietnam, should I, it be better to go in the fall, like October, November, or the
Yes,
spring, like March or April?
The best time you should go to Vietnam is autumn
In
because
autumn.
autumn in Vietnam is very, I think it's very beautiful. It
Yeah.
has uh, yellow leaf, sunshine. It's not too cold, but it's not too hot. The weather
That
is very good. You can do
good.
any activity outside. The
Ah,
forest.
excellent. Do you do you do outside activities?
Yes, I like to cycling.
I do too. I have
Yeah.
two bicycles actually, and
What
I
type of
ride.
bike?
What kind?
Yeah.
They're called the two bikes that I have are called beach cruisers.
Oh, okay. I know that.
Yeah, they're basically because I live close to the beach. They're good bikes, but they don't have 10 speeds. They're not like touring bikes.
Uh,
What kind of bike do you have?
I have figure.
Oh, 5 gears.
Figure. I have
Ah,
only have one. I
ah,
can take it.
okay. Fixed gear. Yeah, okay. That's what I have too.
Yeah.
Uh, in the United States, I had what we call all terrain bikes, and that was for mostly going off. I guess you could say off road, like on dirt,
Okay.
gravel. Yeah, it did have. I don't remember how many gears it had, but it had quite a few. And then I also had a touring bike,
Train bike.
which I, yeah, a touring bike, which I
It
rode
can.
in the
I try
country.
to. I try to ride a long journey with figure, but it's. I think it's too tired. I can finish this, and I need to call my dad, and he bring me home.
He had to go to take you home, right?
Yeah.
I, yeah, I've done that before. Uh, or I get a flat tire and I'm far away from home and I don't have any tools to fix my flat tire. Yeah, it's bad news.
Yeah.
Uh, or recently, I was riding my bicycle and I rode far from my house and it started raining.
Oh,
And I was
bad.
caught in the rain, and it was a heavy downpour of rain with lots of lightning and thunder. And I thought, oh my gosh. So I got home and I'm soaking wet. And I happen to have a bag that I wear here to keep
Yeah.
important papers, just in case something happens while I'm riding my bike. All my important papers, my passport,
Oh,
it was wet. It
oh
was,
no.
oh my gosh, I thought, oh my gosh, my passport is ruined. And so anyway, but I like riding my bicycle. That when I ride my bicycle, I stop and I take a lot of photographs, a
Yeah.
lot of pictures, because here in Mexico, there's lots of things that are different than the United States where I'm
Yeah.
from. And so I take pictures and I put them on social media so my friends could see what life is like here in Mexico. And I put them on some websites too, hoping that someone would buy my pictures, but they don't. So, so how old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay. What's your favorite subject at school?
I think it's English.
English.
Yeah. Only
Aha.
that.
Okay. All right. And um, how long or how many years have you been studying English?
I think I really learned English in grade 6. I have learned English when I was grade 1. But from grade 1 to grade 5, I don't think I have learned anything about English.
Yeah.
So when we're sick, I concentrate in English. So I think now I can communicate in okay.
You're doing well.
Yeah,
You're doing really well. I
thank you.
understand everything that you say, and you pronounce the words very clearly. So
Oh,
you're doing very well. Um, I used to teach Chinese children to speak English, and my youngest students, I had two that were 4 years old, and I had my oldest students were 17. And so you're doing really well. You're speaking
wow.
really well. Eh, have you been with Cambly for a long time or
No, I have been in Cambly for 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah.
Do you see? Well, I don't want to say see. Do you feel like you're improving your skills, English skills with Cambly?
Yes, I think I be more confident in communication. Before I use this, I can talk with frozen people. So now I can talk with more confident.
Right. That's the good thing. In Mexico, I had to learn to speak Spanish because Spanish is the number one language here. And so I studied and I studied and I studied online. I watched YouTube videos, I watched Spanish movies, listened to Spanish music. But when it when it was time to have a conversation with people, I had a lot of problems. I couldn't remember the words. And, I knew the words by reading them in my lesson. But when it came to actually talking to people here in Mexico, they speak really fast here.
Wow.
And so I would have to say, despacio, por favor, which means slow down, please, because I couldn't understand them. So it's really, really important to have nice, long conversations and learn new vocabulary, speak
Yeah.
at your own pace. So that's what's good. That's what's good about Cambly. I like it a
Uh,
lot.
I find out that the best way to learn vocabulary is communicate with someone. When you use it too uh, much enough, it will be in your head.
True.
Um, my I, I have learned vocabulary by I will just write out it maybe 10 times, 1,000 times, 100 times. But it not I can't remember that one in communication.
That's right. It's best, and you
I
know
don't know
this already.
how to use this word because I just write out. I'm not use it.
Right. That's the issue. The tutors on Cambly, like me from California, I'm from California. So the words that I use are the words that I learned when I was your age, younger, that my mother, my father, my grandparents, friends, classmates, these are the words that we used all the time in California. So I said these words all the time. They were the most common words for me. But there's a big variety of vocabulary out there in English, from New York to London to Sydney, Australia, where they might use different words. But that's okay. Find the words that you can remember, use them all the time,
Yeah.
and you will speak really fluently like I do. And then when it comes to the harder words, you'll learn those too from tutors on Cambly or by reading magazines or books or watching television or whatever it may be. And then
Yeah.
you'll learn the more obscure or words that other people use that you're not used to. But you're doing really well. I give
Yeah.
you two thumbs up. You did a great job. There you go.
Ah,
And so I hope to
thank
see you
you.
again. All right. Have a good night.